The loyal man, a rare breed, a man who gives his all, who stands firm in his commitments, who believes in honor, respect, and integrity. He doesn't love half-heartedly. When he gives you his loyalty, it's absolute. His word is his bond, and his actions align with his promises. But what happens when that loyalty is betrayed? At first, he is stunned, shocked. Betrayal is not something he anticipates, because he operates with honesty and expects the same in return. He doesn't play games. He doesn't manipulate. He doesn't deceive. So when someone does it to him, it cuts deeper than words can express. It's not just about the hurt. It's about the realization that not everyone carries the same values. The person he once trusted, the person he once fought for, has now proven that loyalty is not a language they understand. And that's when something inside him shifts. He withdraws, not out of weakness, but to reflect. He isolates himself, not because he is afraid of facing the world, but because he needs to face himself. He needs to process the pain, analyze his choices, and understand where he went wrong, not in trusting, but in trusting the wrong person. He questions everything. Was it ever real? Was he blind? Did he ignore the signs? Forgiveness crosses his mind, but he knows that forgiveness is not the same as forgetting. He may forgive for his own peace, but he will never allow himself to be deceived twice. He understands now. Blind trust is dangerous. He sees people differently. The words that once held meaning now feel empty. The love that once felt unbreakable now seems fragile. He learns a hard truth. Not everyone values loyalty the way he does. Some people take it for granted. Some mistake kindness for weakness. And some, no matter how much they are given, will always look for more. But here's where his story takes a turn. He doesn't let pain consume him. He doesn't drown in self-pity or seek revenge. No, he does something far more powerful. He redirects his energy. He becomes sharper, more disciplined, more self-aware. The solitude that once felt lonely now becomes his sanctuary. He spends time with himself, learning, growing, evolving. He reads, he works, he strengthens his body, sharpens his mind, and builds his vision for the future. The betrayal that was meant to break him instead forges him into something stronger. Gone is the man who tolerated mediocrity. Gone is the man who ignored the warning signs. Gone is the man who chased validation, who begged to be understood, who lowered his standards for the comfort of others. He no longer wastes his time on people who fail to see his worth. Instead, he raises his standards. He invests in himself. He becomes intentional with his time, his energy, and his emotions. Every setback now becomes fuel. Every disappointment becomes a lesson. And every moment of solitude brings him closer to the man he was always meant to be. And when he chooses to love again, he does so with wisdom, with discernment. He no longer gives freely to those who haven't earned it. His love is still deep, still strong, but now it is guarded. He understands that loyalty should never be given blindly, but to those who prove themselves worthy. His patience is no longer endless. His tolerance is no longer unconditional. He loves, but he does not tolerate disrespect. He cares, but he does not compromise his self-respect. This transformation is not about bitterness. It's about resilience, about self-respect, about evolution. A loyal man does not emerge broken from betrayal. He emerges refined, stronger, and unwilling to compromise his worth. The world may test him, but it will never diminish him. Because the greatest lesson he has learned is this: his loyalty was never the problem. It was just given to the wrong person.